Hello everyone, Heather here from Felt Mercantile, and we are on day 10 of our DIY Advent Calendar series. So today we're going to be making mashed potatoes for our turkey dinner. But before we get into that and I show you the materials, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that alert button so you don't miss out on any of the videos that we will be posting in December. Please, as always, leave a comment below if you have any suggestions or ideas for future videos. Alrighty, let's get started and I will show you what pieces we will be using today. So I've cut out pieces, two cream colored felt pieces. One of them is this large irregular shaped circle, I guess. And then the other is the same-ish shape but a smaller version to be used as the base. And then we'll also be needing from the brown heathered felt, the dark brown. I like to call this a splat shape. So you'll just need any sort of like shape that looks kind of like it's dripping. It'll need to be smaller than your large piece here because that's going to be the top. And then you'll be needing some tan thread, also your needle, and some polyfill. Alrighty, let's get started and we'll be back in a second. Alright, so we're going to start with our large irregular shaped cream circle, and with the tan thread and your needle, you're just going to want to do a long running stitch along the whole outside of the piece. So start on the side that you want to be the bottom, and we're just going to do a really big stitch. I'll do that just to get my knot here on the inside, and you're just going to want to go around maybe a couple centimeters just all the way around the edge because we are wanting to bunch the edge of this. So long running stitch all the way around. This can be slightly haphazard. It doesn't need to be perfect because this isn't really an integral part in the structure of the finished piece. It's just to give us the shape we're looking for. So keep on going all the way around, doing your long stitches. And once we are finished that, we can just pull it tight a little bit to fit the base. So I'll show you what I mean in just a second when I finish sewing. Try not to stab yourself. I've been doing that a lot lately. Whoops, and don't, make sure not to get your end piece stuck in there either. So long running stitch all the way around. We're almost done. You can bunch it up, fold it if it's easier. Okay, and then I like to stop just before my knot. If you stop after, then it'll make it hard to bunch. So give it a pull so that the whole bit, it's going to be smaller obviously than what you want, but I like it to pull it as far as I can just to get the bunching all the way around, and then you're just going to want to stretch it out to the size you need for the bottom piece to attach. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Okay, that should be about good. So we'll want to, I just make one tied off stitch here just to hold that shape. So around 3 times 3 loops for this type of thread. And I've said in previous videos, but if you haven't been watching them and this is your first time joining, you can use any sort of like poly cotton thread, cotton, whatever you've got laying around. Oh my goodness, I really just bunched up that knot there. Helps to use your fingernails to pull it down if you're having issues. And then try and get your other thread out of the way to get rid of the bulkiness. And then see, I've got a loop happening here. So before we have our knot get too tight, just going to pull that out. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You're just going to be hiding it in the inside of the piece anyways, so don't worry too much if it doesn't work out the way we want. See, I made my knot and I've got loops, so we just have to hide that in the inside. That's the great thing about these pieces, is you get to hide all your little mistakes. So now we're just going to go and attach the bottom once I get all the little knots out of here. That's the problem with, I do like using a very long piece of thread so that I can continue sewing, but it does knot up. So if you have a problem with knots and they're just getting to you, then all you have to do is just use a shorter thread. So we're just going to go and whip stitch around the whole bottom edge here. Actually, sorry, you're going to want to leave a couple inches of space just to stuff it. And make sure your bunched pieces are just kind of equal throughout as you're sewing. And I'm going to finish whip stitching this to the point where we need to stuff it, and I will see you in a second. Okay, so I've finished sewing the bottom. I have left a space for stuffing, and I haven't tied off my thread because I'm going to continue to whip stitch once we stuff. So my trick for this one is to, if you want bulk of stuffing to be on the top but you want to keep the bottom flat, the easiest way to do that is to just put it down on a flat surface where you want to keep it flat. And when you stuff, you're going to want to push up towards the top. So this one doesn't need a ton of stuffing. I'm still going to do it a little bit at a time just to make sure we don't get any irregular shapes that we don't want. So flatten that out, and that should be enough. Perfect. So we're just gonna finish whip stitching the last little end piece right here, and then you're going to tie off, and then I will show you how to attach the gravy. Okay, we've closed that up and we've got a solid piece now, so we're just going to take our splat shape for our gravy and just kind of arrange it on how you think it might look with a real set of mashed potatoes. So I'm liking that placement there. And just come in with your thread on the underside of the gravy piece so we can hide our knot. And I'm just going to be whip stitching this gravy onto the piece. So you just want to come in on the cream piece, under through the gravy piece, and we're just going to kind of attach it that way. So you want to go around the whole entire outside, and you can hide your knot underneath at the end. So I'm going to come back when this is done, because I'm sure you guys, as much as you enjoy watching these videos, don't want to waste time watching me sew this whole entire thing. So yep, just keep going all the way around and we will come back at the end. And that is it. We are all done. We've got our mashed potatoes and gravy. It is a nice, easy little project, certainly easier than yesterday's stuffing dressing that we made, which took forever, let's be honest. So thanks again for watching, guys. If you like these videos, be sure to tell me and hit that like button below. Also subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date in all of our videos in December and onwards. And again, it has been a huge pleasure making these videos for you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks again. Bye.